All right, today we're going to tackle a question that's probably on the mind of anyone building with AI. How in the world do you create these powerful, intelligent agents without getting a completely terrifying bill at the end of the month? Let's dive in and figure out how to build smart without breaking the bank. Okay, so picture this. You've built this awesome new AI agent. It's working, you've deployed it, and you're feeling pretty good. And then that first cloud bill lands in your inbox. If you've ever felt that heart-stopping jolt of seeing a number way, way higher than you expected, trust me, you are not alone. It's a classic growing pain in the world of production AI. But here's the thing. A high bill doesn't mean you failed, not at all. It's really just an engineering puzzle that's waiting for you to solve it. So our goal here is to kind of reframe what smart even means. A truly smart agent isn't just the most powerful or the most complex, it's the one that's the most efficient and the most optimized. So here's the game plan for this explainer. First, we'll get a handle on why these things get so expensive. Then we'll put on our detective hats and find the real culprits driving up the cost. After that, we'll open up the optimization toolkit, I'll show you how to design a leaner agent from the ground up, and then we'll wrap up with a case study that shows some frankly incredible results. All right, first things first. We have to unpack the real-world costs of running AI in production. Before we can start plugging leaks, we need a map of all the different places our money is actually going.
So, have a look at this. The cost of an agent is almost never from one single source. It's more like death by 1,000 cuts. You've got LLM token costs, which can add up fast with complex reasoning. You've got every single API call to an external service, the raw cost of just hosting the model on expensive GPUs, even your vector database and general cloud infrastructure. Each one is a small leak, but together they can create a flood. Okay, so we've seen the usual suspects, all the general sources of cost. Now it's time to get a lot more specific. We're moving from knowing what can cost money to finding out exactly why it's costing us money. And this is where you really need to look at your own system. Are your prompts just massive? Is your agent thinking out loud too much with long, expensive chain of thought reasoning? Or maybe, and this is a huge one, are you using a top-of-the-line model like GPT-4 for a simple task that a much cheaper model like GPT 3.5 could handle perfectly fine? Pinpointing these is half the battle. All right, diagnosis is done. Now for the fun part, the fix. It's time to open up our optimization toolkit and look at the practical, real-world strategies we can use to plug those leaks and bring costs back down to earth. And we're going to tackle this in two ways. First, we have the quick wins. Think of these as simple wrench turns, easy fixes you can implement right now for an immediate payoff. Then we have the system-level strategies. This is more like replacing the plumbing. It takes more work, for sure, but the savings are deep and long-lasting. Let's kick off with those quick wins. Prompt optimization is a big one. You can slash costs just by summarizing the conversation history instead of stuffing the entire thing into the prompt every time. And then there's model routing, which is absolutely critical. You wouldn't use a sledgehammer to crack a nut, right? So don't use your most expensive model for a simple classification task. Route the easy stuff to cheap models and save the big guns for when you really need them. And here are a few more easy wins. You can literally put a hard cap on how much the model can think by setting a max tokens limit. Even a simple instruction in your prompt like, think precisely, answer concisely, can make a huge difference. And if you're using RAG, that's Retrieval Augmented Generation, be smart about it. Why pull back 20 documents from your database when you know the answer is probably in the top 2 or 3? Be surgical. All right, now for the big guns, the system-level stuff. Caching is a classic for a reason. If 10 users ask the same question, you should only have to pay for the answer once. And GPU autoscaling is non-negotiable. An idle GPU is one of the most expensive paperweights you can own. You have to make sure your infrastructure scales down when it's not being used. Yeah, these take more engineering, but the payoff is massive. So we have all these awesome tools and strategies, but how do we actually put them all together? How do we design an entire system that's lean and cost-efficient from the get-go? A really cost-efficient system has a few smart layers. Right at the front door, you have a model router. It's like a traffic cop for AI requests. A request comes in, and the router decides, is this easy? Okay, you go to the cheap model. Is this complex? All right, you go to the expensive one. Then the agent layer manages things like prompt optimization and tool usage. And watching over it all, a monitoring dashboard that gives you total visibility into your costs in real time. Okay, now for a strategy that is, honestly, super cool. This is where we make the agent itself cost-aware.
It's called budget-aware agent prompting. You're not just controlling the agent from the outside anymore. You're building a sense of thriftiness right into its core programming. And here's what that actually looks like. You're literally giving it a budget in the prompt itself. You give it rules of thumb, like telling it to think for itself before it rushes to use an expensive tool. You're basically turning your agent from a mindless spender into a frugal strategic partner. It's a powerful shift. And right along those same lines, we have tool usage guardrails. The whole point here is to prevent a bad situation from getting worse and a lot more expensive. Sometimes an agent can get stuck in a loop, trying the same failed tool call over and over. Guardrails are the circuit breaker that stops that from happening. And again, it's super straightforward to implement. You just tell it, you have half a cent for tools, you can make 3 calls max. And don't you dare use a tool unless you absolutely have to. It's a simple but incredibly effective way to prevent those unexpected cost spikes. Okay, so theory is great, but does this stuff actually work in the real world? You bet it does. Let's look at a case study that shows just how massive the payoff can be when you put these ideas into practice. Just look at this. On the left, before any changes, the average cost per interaction was 4 cents. Not terrible, right? But then, after implementing just 2 of these strategies, conversation summarization and model routing, look what happened. The cost plummeted to just over a single cent. That is a 70% cost reduction. Let that sink in for a second. This isn't just trimming the edges a little bit. This is a fundamental, game-changing level of savings. And it came from just a couple of smart optimizations. So, what does 70% actually mean in cold, hard cash? Well, for a system with about 10,000 users a day, that's $8,400 saved every single month. I mean, that's real money that goes straight back to your bottom line. All right, so to pull this all together, here's a quick checklist you can use right away. Always start with the cheapest model that works. Monitor everything, tokens, tools, the works. Compress your conversation history, cache everything you can. Use those guardrails and model routers, and please maintain a cost dashboard so you're never flying blind. And I want to leave you with this final thought. As AI gets bigger and more integrated into everything we do, efficiency isn't just nice to have, it's a massive competitive advantage. So the next time you set out to build a powerful agent, ask yourself, what does that really mean? Maybe the most powerful agent isn't the one that costs the most, but the one that's the most intelligently and cost-efficiently optimized.